In this section, we're going to learn how to use the choice function in Pear Deck so that you can have an active interaction with your students during the online class and your presentation. Now, click Add-on and choose Open Pear Deck Add-on. You will see the panel popped up here on your right side. Here, for example, if I want to teach something about the learning science and get students familiar with some famous educational psychologists, I can use the choice function here to engage the students during the class activities. In order to do that, I'm going to create a new question to get my students thinking about the topic of famous educational psychologists. One thing that you need to notice is that when you use Pear Deck, you can still add slides and themes that you like, just like you use Google Slides in your normal way. We can add new slides here. And choose a theme that we prefer. Let's pick up a theme. How about this one? Okay, next I will put my question here. Who is the founder of the behaviorism? Now, instead of typing text here, I will get rid of the text frame. Just press Delete. Close the theme window and go back to Pear Deck. Next, I will use the choice function to add my choice to this question. After I click on the option, it will give you a multiple choice response preview. If this is the first time you use this function, and you can see what it will look like on your student's device and the classroom project. Just click Next. And here you can add the different options for students to choose from during the class activities. So for option A, I can put Skinner. For option B, I can put Watson. For option C, I can put Pavlov. And you can add additional options if you like. Just click Add Another. And for option D, I can put Vygotsky. After you finish doing all this, click Update Slide button. And now we go back to our slide presentation page. When you're doing this, your options will not be demonstrated here. But you can take a look at the bar at the bottom. And this is what makes the slides interactive with your students. Now, if you pull up a little bit, you will notice the multiple choice here that you just created. And the instruction here will show you what you should do if you want to make changes to your multiple option creation. So if you want to make any changes in your slides, just go back to Pear Deck and click Choice again. Then the options will come up. Now you can make any changes you want here. For example, I can change Vygotsky to Thorndike. And here, you will notice that the options that you have just changed also change here. So now you must wonder what it would look like in your student's computer after you made all these creations and changes. Now we're going to talk a little bit more about this. Click the Start Lesson up here. Now you can see there are two different lesson modes here. You have student-paced activity, which means you will send your presentation to your students, which is not live. Your students are free to see your presentation anytime they want. For the option of instructor-paced activity, you can do your presentation live with your students. And you can work on the presentation with your students at the same time. Now, let's look at what it will look like on the second option. Click on that. Here, it shows your students will go into the web page called joinpd.com, and they need to type in this login code to get access to your presentation. Now I will pull up another browser to show you what it will look like from a student's view. Here, let's open up a new browser. Type in joinpd.com and then put in that code. You can copy and paste here. Students also need to log in with their Google account. They can either answer the question or skip it. Now this is the student's wheel. And it will jump between teacher's wheel and the student's wheel so that you can see what everything looks like in different wheels. So let's go back to teacher's wheel. And press Start Class. And we can click the little arrow at the lower left corner and go to our question page. Here you can see no responses to your question because your students haven't made any responses yet. But if you go to the student's wheel, you can see the multiple options are here. Imagine that you are a student. You made your option here. And now let's switch back to teacher's wheel and click Show Responses. Here you will find your student's choice. By doing this, you and your students can have active interactions during your online class, and you will get to know their thoughts on time. And this is an amazing way to engage your students in the online learning activities. Now, it's your turn to practice this function in your own computer. Good luck and have fun!